Hi beauty fam, welcome back to Miki Car Beauty. I'm Miki and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare and beauty. And today I'm doing a try on and review and demo of this new Tom Ford Forbidden Pink Quad right here. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. So I ended up getting this Forbidden Pink Quad through Beautylish. It popped up stateside for me to get, and I'll put the price below. And it came pretty quickly, like a 2 or 3 day turnaround. That's what's so great about Beautylish. They probably have a distribution center near me. And I have seen some reviews. There are some swatches, and I'll show you the quad next to it. I ended up using the kind of mauve shade as my overall crease, and it really blended well. It is definitely more buildable than I thought it would be. And then I used the kind of like the rosy peach shade on the pretty much all over my mobile lid, concentrating more on the outer side of my lid and just building it up. This is the shade that I thought was a little bit like harder to use, but once I just ended up using my fingers for more impact, it ended up being fine. And then I wanted to use that kind of cool tone shimmer champagne shade, so beautiful. And I wanted to use that kind of on my inner third of my lids and then kind of gradation into the other shimmer shade. And I think the combination of all three top colors, the mauve pink with the shimmer shades, ended up creating a pink look for me. At least for me, I see it. And then using the bottom kind of plummy brown shade, it has got a little purple in it, using that to just smoke out my my outer V, and then just kind of have more depth in that outer corner as well. I think that's a really beautiful color combination. This entire palette is giving me kind of Mothership Divine Rose 1 vibes, and I think it's really beautiful. And then to finish off, I just used that again, that kind of like that crease shade on the bottom, and then used that brownie purple shade to put a little bit of liner and depth at the bottom and just kind of smoke out the look. And okay, beauty fam, so I finished up with my eye makeup for the Tom Ford Forbidden Pink, and let me get in close so you can see what the final eye look looks like. And it's a very cool tone look. I thought this would warm it up, and certainly I could just probably use 2 of these shades and get more of a warm look, but because these 2 are added in with the palette, it creates a more cool tone look, which I'm not mad about. So let me just tell you what I finished my face with. I have the Gloss Embrace by Lisa Eldridge Muse on my lips because I just wanted a cool tone lip product. And on my eyes, I have the Wayne Goss Kohl Pencil, Tiger's Eye, and tight lined, and then winged out with the Surratt liquid liner and rich brown mascara, and I'm trying out, and I'm really enjoying these brow products by Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford Brow Sculpt in Chestnut for filling in, and then the brow fiber brow gel in Espresso. So I have Tom Ford on my eyebrows. Literally loving that eye product. And then under eye, I have Corrector, Balance, and Live Tinted. And I'm still trying and testing out the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. And I have it in the color 3W1. So far, I mean, what I can say is, in case you don't see the other review that I come up with, I think it's a very beautiful, natural concealer for under my eyes. And I can tell more later. I'm just kind of testing it out still. I didn't want to do first impressions. And then on my cheeks, I have Victoria Beckham Bronzer and Contour 03. And for my blush, I'm using Gucci Beauty Rosy Beige. It's my go-to kind of like neutral, but it's just like a nice neutral beigey color. And then highlighter, I'm using the La Mer Glow highlighter. They don't make this anymore. It's my favorite cool toned highlighter, and because it's such a cool tone look, that's what I went with today. Okay, so let's talk about the quad here for Forbidden Pink. So I have seen some reviews because I was still on the fence of whether to get it or not. Let's talk about the availability and the price tag. I'm trying to like do a comprehensive review of like, do the shadows work? Is it beautiful? And then I also think about like, is it worth the price we're paying? So I think this is part of the beautiful cream product formula that Tom Ford has come out with. The quality is probably on par with everything I've had, but I would say with this new satin or this new formula, I actually enjoyed the Violet Satiné formula much more because it's same in that it's creamy. I think it's the same formula, but there was the impact of this was just next level. Like when I think about quads, I think, do I have a dupe of this already that is similar, or is the quality that exceptional to warrant the price? So I would say yes for Violet Satiné. And this reminds me a lot of the Thirst 3 that she came out with, and I only have two of them. I only have one of them still. So I had ended up getting only Tiger's Eye, and then I can't remember the other one, Smoky Quartz. And I'm not really big in smoky looks for my eyes. That's just be my preference. But the formula reminds me of the Tiger's Eye in that it's very subtle. So I think, is there a dupe? I don't think so, but it's very similar in the vibes. These colors, and I swatched Tiger's Eye, very similar in these shades, but these are a little bit, let me swatch these for you. This is Tiger's Eye. The impact is more subtle on Tiger's Eye. This, what can I say? This shade here seemed difficult to put on, and it only worked really well when I started using my fingers for the impact. And I had a hard time using that on my brush. Now, could it be my brush? I don't know, but I'm going to try it again. But I just wanted to point out this one here, this shade was a bit fussy to use. The rest were fine. And I just think at this price point, all of these should work really well. So we're talking about after tax and all, we're looking about like almost $25 a pan. Okay. So I'm going to try these again, and I'll post this review and then do an update because I'll use this quad again. So let's talk about quality. The quality is not as good as Violet Satiné. I don't have the green one. I'm hoping to get that on sale when it does go on sale. But in terms of this cream new formula, I actually think this one's better than this. I don't know if you really need this one, and I'll tell you why. Because the vibe, it's very beautiful. If you love cool tones, this is going to be for you. But I just think the vibes are very similar to what we're seeing already probably in the market. Now, is the packaging beautiful? Yes. It's so, I don't know if you can see it. The ring light might be blowing it out. This is a beautiful light pink packaging. It has some, not embossing, but a pattern on here that's like a waffle pattern. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You can see this cross stitch pattern here. and it's you can definitely see that. So it's limited edition packaging. Got that. I just don't know if it warrants the price, is what I'm saying. That I think, and I'm not going to swatch these because I don't have much time. I'm trying to do a different format where I'm not, I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. So I probably will just swatch a lot of these products, but not do comparison swatches with other products. But I'll show you what I think it's a dupe of. I think you probably have something similar to this in your collection. So it reminds me a lot of the vibes of Major Dimension 2 Patrick Ta, and I'll put these up side by side. So most likely you have something like this in your collection. Now, is it exactly the same? This can run a little bit more red, but for me it works because I have a medium tan. I love this palette. So there's more impact on this and more shimmer impact. So I really love that one. It also, the Forbidden Pink also reminds me a lot of the Divine Rose 1 palette by Pat McGrath. So, yeah, as you can see, it's very similar in vibe. So I think if you have this, you probably don't need Forbidden Pink. I will say this though, this is probably not my favorite Pat McGrath palette. It's somewhere lower on my rankings. So let me know if you want me to do a rankings video on Pat McGrath. I was disappointed in this one because for some reason these shades ended up being a little bit ashy looking on me. So that did not happen with this quad. Like, I feel like it's really pretty in real life. I would say this shade is very age friendly. Like, I'm starting to get more creasing, but with these shimmer shades you don't really see like creasing in my eyelids, if that makes sense. Like, there are some products that make my eyes and look crinkly, and that's not the case with this formula. The other formula, or the other quad that it reminds me of, is the Suku Mitsuhana 01 quad. Can you see also like how cool that looks? Now it's a different formula. The Signature Eyes Suku formula is more of a soft, silky, slurry formula, whereas this is more of a creamy matte. So definitely the impact on this is going to be more than this. These Suku ones are very subtle. It reminds me of the Surratt eye shades. So I just thought I'd put that out there in terms of comparisons. And is it a must buy? I would say no, but if you are really into this color story, you might just know this is kind of like your jam. I could see this using this every day as a beautiful warm tone. And I've seen some reviews, people are saying this doesn't look pink at all for them. I don't know what it is, and maybe it's because of my skin tone or undertone. It does show up pink on me. It's not necessarily translating so much on the camera, but in real life, because of these two combinations, here, maybe I can just show you. The combinations of these three together, it makes it more pink. And that's just me. I'm going to layer it over. So it does come off as a little bit more pink on my skin tone. If you're fairer than me, it might not come off as pink because it's just going to turn up more like purpley mauvey on you, I think, if you're lighter. But for me, it's like the perfect subtle mauvey pink, because with this shade, it has almost like purple pink tones for my shade, and I think it's really quite lovely. I can see using this every day. I actually like this more than the Pat McGrath Mothership quad, and that's just me having a preference. So I hope that helps, beauty fam. Tell me what you think of this look. Are you interested in this quad or not? You're just gonna be a pass. I just couldn't resist because this is kind of my jam, but I wanted to see if this would show up on me and with this formula. I think it's really, really pretty. So that's it, beauty fam. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell for all to get ring notification when all my videos go up, and comment and like below. It really helps out my channel. And as always, please be very kind to yourself and others and just be you. Take care, beauty fam. Bye.